Tony D and Little Joan with Screenwriters Rant on three movie trailers that I kind of like. First is the remake of The War of the Roses starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. Next up is Shia LaBeouf in Henry Johnson. And finally, there's Hunting Grounds, a B movie about a woman who's being hunted. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 17. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So I gotta say, I was not thrilled when I heard they were going to remake The War of the Roses. But I will say the original War of the Roses, which I saw most of, it was Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner. It wasn't great. It was kind of entertaining to watch them destroy their house and fight with each other. But it wasn't great. This one looks better. I gotta say, it looks better. I like it. Olivia Colman, and this isn't a crack against her, but she's not some Hollywood starlet with, who looks drop dead gorgeous. She looks like a normal person. For some reason, Andy Samberg and Kate McKinnon are in it, and they're doing a comedic turn. So they're going for more of a comedic angle here. They're also kind of ratcheting up the tension in a different way than the original movie. So Benedict Cumberbatch is an architect who loses his job, and meanwhile Olivia Colman's character becomes wildly successful, and they eventually and it kind of goes through the stages when they're in love, then they're married, then their marriage falls apart, they start sniping at each other. I don't know why Nakuti Gatwa's in this at all. He's just playing like the gay cooking assistant for some reason. But then eventually they decide to get a divorce. And he wants the house because he built it. And Olivia is just mad at him. And so she starts doing things out of spite. Andy Samberg, I think, is Benedict Cumberbatch's lawyer. And then things just escalate completely out of control. They start attacking each other. Here she throws crabs into the bath. They start throwing stuff at each other. Here Olivia destroys a cake shaped like a house. Eventually she gets a gun and starts shooting at him. Here there's a scene where they go to a marriage counselor, and basically the marriage counselor tells them, there's nothing I could do for you two. I don't think you can resolve your differences, which I think is something they do, but the couple accuses her of malpractice and then wants a discount. So I gotta say, it doesn't look bad. It kind of looks entertaining, if only to see these two actors, try to destroy each other. Nakuti Gatwa, I don't know why he's in this, or Shuti Gatwa. Where's Kate McKinnon? Isn't that her? Zoe Chow is in it too. It's a weird casting list. It's based on The War of the Roses, the book. So there also might be stuff in it that wasn't in the first movie. Screenplay by Tony McNamara and directed by Jay Roach. I would watch this. I probably wouldn't seek it out, but I'd probably watch it. This could be a fun movie for me and the girlfriend. I wouldn't advise this as a first date movie, but if you've been dating for a while, I think this could be a fun sort of couple movie, because you would obviously take sides and you could talk about the movie later and make jokes about it. Although if your relationship's kind of falling apart, do not go see that movie. Next up, David Mamet wrote and directed this one. This is Henry Johnson. Right away, I'm in. It's David Mamet. I'm not sure who Henry Johnson was. I don't know if he's a real guy, but he's played by Shia LaBeouf. So it looks pretty dark. And there's a lot of dialogue back and forth that he may or may not be a sociopath or a psychopath. And should he get out of prison? Should he not? And eventually Shia LaBeouf starts trying to manipulate people, trying to get a gun, which I think he's successful in doing. And then I think it turns into some kind of hostage situation. So David Mamet, 100% I want to watch this movie. 100%. Written and directed by David Mamet. You just can't beat that. It's available May 9th. I have a feeling it's not going to get a theatrical release. But I absolutely would see this movie. 100%. I'm down. So 3 acts. For this one, it's kind of hard to say. First act, I guess he goes to prison and they're trying to get him out. And they sort of introduce all the characters. And at first, Henry comes off as very charming and likable, and maybe he shouldn't be in jail. Second act, there's talk of him being a psychopath or a sociopath. He's manipulating people. There's more evidence of that. As the film escalates, you realize he is not the guy you thought he was in the beginning of the film. Then he gets a gun, and the third act is the showdown, whatever that is. I kind of think, and it feels a little bit like it's organized like a play. So, with the War of the Roses, I didn't do the 3-act breakdown, but it's just like the old movie. At first they're in love, and then they're having problems, then they get divorced and try to kill each other. All right, so this one is Hunting Grounds. This is more of a B-movie level thing, but it looks good. Looks good. I think this woman is kidnapped by some guys hired by her husband who want to kidnap her and the children to get them back. But for some reason, the kids were left out in the initial kidnapping. And so now she's trying to get away from her kidnapper. She eventually teams up with what I think is a hunter she just randomly ran into in the woods and he heard the commotion. Now he's helping her. And then they fall in love, and then they have a showdown with some dudes. It's a bit girl bossy, which I kind of don't like. But it doesn't look like she's throwing around necessarily guys way bigger than her. It looks like she's just using the weapons at hand kind of thing. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. I kind of like these movies. So I think it could be good. I mean, for a B movie, it looks all right. Looks all right. So first act, she and her kids are out for a drive or something. She gets kidnapped. Second act, she escapes. They're chasing her down. They're cornering her. She keeps getting away. She teams up with the hunter. They end up hunkered down in a cabin somewhere. They're trying to get back to her kids. And then there's like a standoff between a bunch of guys with sniper rifles and her. Something like that. So, yeah, it looks kind of good, too. So, this is a really tough choice for me. So, Henry Johnson, Hunting Grounds, or War of the Roses. What would I put on the bottom here? Man, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough because they all look kind of appealing to me. I have to be honest. At the bottom, it's probably going to be Hunting Grounds. Just because it's kind of old hat. It's kind of derivative. It's definitely in my wheelhouse, though. I would definitely watch it. I don't think I'd go to the theater for it, but I would watch it. I think it could be interesting and fun. There's a chance it could be bad. That's the reason I put it on the bottom. There's a chance the execution may not be as good as what the trailer promises, but it looks pretty good. Looks pretty promising. Number 2, I'm going to have to say The Roses. It surprised me, too, because I hate remakes. I really do. But the original War of the Roses just wasn't that good. And I got to say, Olivia Colman, Benedict Cumberbatch, they're really good actors. They're both very good. I have to say they're better than Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner, who weren't bad. But these two are like kind of on a different level. And the detail seems to be a little more rich. Um, it felt like the first version of this movie was like movie stars having a go at a book, whereas this feels like they're more into the actual story and become the characters more than, say, the movie stars. So I wouldn't mind watching this with the girlfriend at all. Would I go to the theater? I'd probably wait for streaming, but I don't think I'd be opposed to it if she wanted to go see it. And finally, number one, oh yeah, it's Henry Johnson. Come on. David Mamet? Are you kidding me? There's going to be a lot of good stuff in this. A lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of good dialogue. Oh, he's a good writer, man. You can't deny that. 100% I would bet my money on David Mamet any day. And that's it from me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Thanks for tuning in today. Saturday, I will be at the Jersey Shore Collectors Con. And this is in Atlantic City at the Showboat Casino. I know. They're doing cons at the casino. This is I haven't been back in a while, but I'm psyched. I'm psyched for it. So it's a one-day thing just on Saturday from 10 to 6. Then around 8 o'clock, I'm going to do the live stream where we do it live. But I'm doing it on Saturday because Sunday is Easter. And it's just going to be too crazy for me to do a live stream. So thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you.